Hi everyone, I'm standing out here with Westlake right behind me. This district is called Westlake because of this lake. In Vietnamese it's called Teho. And our coffee shop, our current one, I'll move around here, is right behind me. So we look straight out into Westlake. It's a great location. It has served us very well. It's a beautiful spot. But we're needing to relocate for a few different reasons. One, our training program is currently located in two small studio apartments in the same building above the coffee shop. And it's really, we've just kind of grown to full capacity there, so we can't really utilize the space to be able to grow. And then also the coffee shop, though it is a beautiful area, it's kind of a quiet street. Which is nice if you want to come to a quiet coffee shop, but we do need to increase the foot traffic because part of the revenues that we use goes back into developing our training program, and so really increasing our foot traffic is another way that we can kind of grow what we can do with Imago Work. So that's why we're on this process of relocating. This past week, we actually had the chance to work with some designers. Hey guys, again, good to see y'all. Back here at the space because we have some designers coming today to check it out. They're going to look at it and then help us come up with some design plans and some 3D renderings. So hopefully that's going to work out for us. Looks like they're here. Perfect.
I think it'd be helpful if we could interact with some ideas because the outside has to stay the same. It's not like we're choosing color and things like that. So I think it'd just be really helpful. I think the windows and the doors will be part of the style for the outside, and then taking that idea and incorporating it into the outdoor space. It doesn't have to be flashy. It doesn't have to be splashy, but I want it to feel intentional, not just like somebody's yard with a couple of chairs in it. I want it to feel like it's an intentional, curated part of Simple.
Nếu như ở đây là cổng này, thì vào đây thì đúng là khách sẽ đi vào đi ra được. Ở bên này thì
door in still over here. We're just talking about the gates, right? We're not talking about the entrance door into the property.
Có thể đi vào chỗ này mà đúng không? Có ra cổng đi vào chỗ này đúng không?
I feel uncomfortable committing to just one location, and especially if it's that way, but because we're on a busy corner, access from both, but if we find that it got difficult to control it for some reason, we can always lock one of the gates as long as it, is visually okay, and then, traffic comes in just one gate. So give me a rundown on some of the things that they were talking about design-wise, or any.
Yeah, so basically I think the space is nice. So
Yeah. Good start.
Good start. So I think we already gave them all the concept and how to maximize the space. So they just want to come and check out the condition of the actual buildings and how they can incorporate the landscaping outside together with the concept that we gave them, which is more the inviting, warming, and try to maximize the current state of the buildings instead of doing too much.
That's good. I'm really glad. And that is kind of confirmation on why we picked them, because we had we interviewed 5 different architect design firms, and people were coming out of the woodwork. Like, everybody's got a friend that they want us to talk to, and we were kind of really praying for wisdom on, like, how are we going to pick the right design firm. And we kind of had a few boxes that we want to tick. We really felt like they need to get the what and the why of Imago Work Simple Coffee. Obviously, catching our design concept was a big deal, and then price, pretty simple stuff. So we met with each one over the space of a week, and ironically, the ones we picked at first were at the bottom of my list. So you just need to never judge a book by its cover, because they came back. Well, Chung was doing most of the phone calling and fielding of questions and stuff, but by the time these guys got back, actually they were the first ones back with some concept stuff, and they kind of got it. And the pictures they showed us really helped us to understand. They understood the design concept that we were going for. Whereas some of the other ones that were like, we love what you're doing, we think this is great, we want to get involved, we don't even need to charge, like, they didn't get it at all. And they came back with prices that were quite high. And so we really just looked at, kind of had a grid, Chung made a grid that we kind of looked at all of the things that were important to us. And then we ended up choosing these guys. And Miss Miracle Worker here was able to negotiate down the price even more for the design work. And so today we were just meeting with them in the space so they could get a sense of the space, because so far they've just seen architectural drawings, like blueprint drawings. So it was really important for them to come into the space, because we want to use as many elements, natural elements of the space that we can. And it was important for them to see kind of where things are at and what they have to work with. So.
Okay, so we're making progress. You guys might recall that this was a jungle, and they came, I guess yesterday maybe, and began taking out all of the stuff that needs to go outside. So a lot of the trees got trimmed back. The stumps or the trees themselves will eventually get pulled out, especially that big one, because it's dying. But it's really nice because we can actually see the space that we're working with and start kind of envisioning what the outdoor space would actually look like. So, wow, this is my first time seeing it. It's amazing how much they've cut back, and I'm glad they did leave a couple of the trees up. But yeah, it's exciting to think that we'll have tables and chairs and outdoor seating, and people will be able to enjoy a hot, steamy Hanoi day like this outside.
I don't think the outhouse is staying.
That is not in the plans.
Doesn't fit our brand.
No.
So this is would be the front entrance, the yard space in the front entrance from the main road, just over the wall there.
And there will be an accessibility ramp that goes into the main entrance that'll go over this puddle of water right here up in. So people will have wheelchair access and stroller access, and anybody who just has struggles with steps will be able to get in a little bit easier with that wheelchair ramp. I don't have the right shoes on for this.
Any initial ideas?
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of thinking I would love to do some bench seating back there in that corner and have it be a space where a larger group could be, because it's kind of out of the way. And if you've got bench seating built in, you could do some really fun things with lighting and decor and things back there in that corner.
Got to figure out what to do with the neighbor's wall too. It's kind of just a big bland wall.
Might do a mural on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen actually in Long Beach, there's a area right off of Atlantic Avenue that they've done lighting and a mural on the wall, and then they have the outdoor seating there. So something like that would be fun, where we do something intentional with that space and maybe do a cityscape of Hanoi or some sort of, you know, Vietnamese-ish scene. And then there's all kinds of fun things you can do with lighting and decor, plants, things like that, that I think will make that space really nice. So we have some really good news. We have an update. You might remember that we were thinking about leasing the 4th floor. And as of yesterday, we have someone who is going to lease that 4th floor. And there's a few exciting elements of this, one of which is that it's just a like-minded person who's excited about what we're doing and wants to be involved in what we're doing, but do some things that will help to generate income for Imago and Simple. And second of all, it's something that really fits in with it makes sense for that space. It fits in with what we're doing. And it's going to be basically a business incubation area business. So people that are interested in doing small business, are already doing business and need coaching, are moving to Vietnam, and maybe you're here on a business visa or looking for a way to start up a small business, or even bivocational people that are here that are maybe doing something that is not generating enough income and they're looking to start a small business. This is where they could go to get training, coaching. The guy who we're going to be working with is a businessman who is working for a very well-known company here, and we know that he will be able to set this up and run it well, and we'll be able to serve a lot of other people who have a business mindset or idea and don't know where to go with it or how to get started. It'll be a place where people can get resourced on like attorneys and just business things, like how do you file different documents, tax things. And and then it can also be kind of like a co-working space for people that are in the process of developing business plans. So you'll be able to rent a desk. We'll be doing seminars and things on small business startups, and then offering coaching services for people that are in various stages, from I haven't started yet, I'm not even sure what my idea is, all the way to like, you know what, actually I'm doing business, I just want to do it smarter. So that is a huge thing for us. We're super excited about that, and we'll keep you posted as more develops.